smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me dance, jump in the stands.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Corey Grant, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 56. Let's go, let's go. Ready.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago at the time that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's good for Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive and stop this offense.
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yellow. Our go, ladies. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelce on the grab. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down, Chiefs.
I don't need to. Our go, ladies.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Yellow. Ladies. Let's go, D.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Miko Hardman, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain. 53 to mark. 53. Check 53.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew. And incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Yeah, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joe Schobert able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Coming to you. Football to Mike. Mike football.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Fournette. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Minshew. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
44 to Mike. 43. 43. His team showed up. Under 10. Under 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 36, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Right here, right here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now Minshew. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Grant. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
44, Mike, 44. Man out.
To throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get in the weight room.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll look to throw here. And able to find Conley. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They go back to Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A 3rd down gain of 19. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. This quarterback now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now back to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Mike, check, 59, 59.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Don't get nervous.
On second down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Yellow. Check, 59. Rip left, rip left.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Butker's kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Results in a 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Yep. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go. Hey, we got it. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Chiefs, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders.